What happened to you personally, or what did you see personally that you thought you wanted to tackle this issue?
I could say I'm the most bullied person on the world.
She was probably like, that's right, husband. I've been secretly seeing a black man, Don Lemon. He was furious because he found out Melania was watching CNN instead of Fox, which, when you think about it, is probably her way of cheating on him. If you've ever wondered what inspired the First Lady's Be Best campaign, well, you need wonder no more.
Donald Trump once proclaimed his relationship with Melania was solid as a rock, but Trevor Noah didn't buy it for a second. What he said on live TV left Melania visibly uncomfortable and exposed a side of her marriage that most people miss. Stick around as we break down this viral moment. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Remember that awkward moment when Melania swatted away Trump's hand like it was some kind of mosquito? Yeah, the internet couldn't get enough of it. It wasn't just the gesture, it was the timing. This happened right in front of cameras with the world watching on their way to meet Israeli officials. A simple handhold turned into a global meme, and honestly, you could practically hear the collective gasp of disbelief.
After a couple of hours, the doctor told her she could go home, and Melania was like, no, I should stay. I should stay until you check everything out. I stay longer. I would pay anything to know what he wrote inside that card that he definitely didn't actually get. We're like, roses are red, love is a mystery. I had a historic electoral college victory. What have you done with Melania, Donald? What have you done? Because we know she didn't write that tweet. We know that's not her.
People on social media instantly transformed into amateur detectives, dissecting the clip as if it were a scene from a true crime documentary. The moment became iconic for a reason beyond the obvious slapstick humor. Donald Trump has always cultivated this image of dominance and control, whether it's his exaggerated handshakes with world leaders or his larger-than-life rhetoric. But here, in one fleeting motion, Melania flipped the script. It was like seeing the glitch in the Matrix, a tiny, unscripted rebellion that cut right through the facade. Body language experts even jumped on board. Some of them called the SWAT a nonverbal rejection, a message saying, not now. Not here. Others thought it highlighted a deeper imbalance, where public displays of unity didn't align with private feelings.
The fake Melania conspiracy is back after the First Lady's visit to Alabama and Georgia this week. The theory that Melania Trump had a body double for public appearances began in 2017.
I think Donald Trump is trying to deport Melania. No, and you might be asking, why would he want to deport his wife? Every person looks different day to day. This was me like 2 months ago, okay? This was me yesterday when I found out J-Lo is engaged, okay? This was me 3 years ago, all right?
Trevor Noah turned this viral moment into pure comedy gold, of course. On The Daily Show, he took one look at that hand swat and said it all. This wasn't just marriage drama. It was like watching a software crash. He joked that Trump's attempts to grab her hand looked less like a romantic gesture and more like a bank robber fumbling through security cameras. Through humor, Trevor pointed to something so obvious we almost miss it. This tiny moment perfectly represents the weird and mismatched dynamic of the Trump marriage.
Trump cheats on her and she's pretty chill about it. But then Melania goes on a flight and all of a sudden she's all like, bitch took aisle seat. You know those movies where the beautiful but mysterious woman with a foreign accent is actually a secret assassin? Melania has consistently remained the country's most popular Trump. And personally, I love her too. Because we have so much in common. We're both immigrants, and I'm just gonna put it out there, we're both style icons. Yeah. That's right, Melania, this bitch stole your look. I think Donald Trump is trying to deport Melania.
The SWAT wasn't just a trending clip, it was a symbol. It seemed to encapsulate years of passive aggressiveness we glimpsed in other moments, like the infamous side-eye after Trump's inauguration, or her stiff reactions during public appearances. But Noah didn't stop there. He tied it back to a larger pattern, making us question whether these small moments reveal a bigger truth about their relationship. And honestly, he wasn't wrong. Melania Trump showing up at a naturalization event sparked more side eyes than applause. flaws, and the reasons aren't hard to figure out. It wasn't just because her public appearances are about as rare as Donald's moments of humility. It's what this event represented. Standing in the National Archives, surrounded by the Constitution and other founding documents, Melania gave a speech meant to celebrate immigrants. But critics weren't buying it. Stephanie Winston Wolkoff, Melania's former confidant turned loudest critic, wasted no time calling it out. She didn't mince words, saying Melania was a vessel of complicity and distraction, and accusing her of being more interested in Trump PR than American values.
So please, guys, let's stop with this whole fake Melania business, all right? Because it's not true. Although I will say this. If you do zoom in on that picture, there is something a little suspicious. And that is that they're holding hands. Now, the reason I've been thinking about Melania lately is because in the wake of Trump's recent immigration crackdown, I've started to notice something that's got me really concerned. Who is this person that they're firing? Like they're running out of people we know to fire. I think Donald Trump is trying to deport Melania. This is like Walking Dead season 6. Oh no, they killed Derek.
Ouch. This wasn't some random dig, though. Wolkoff zeroed in on Melania's curiously selective interest in her own immigrant background. While she's known for keeping her speeches short and her opinions shorter, this sudden focus on the immigrant experience felt, well, a little convenient, especially when you consider the timing, just as Donald continues wading through legal trouble, including the National Archives demanding he return top-secret files he wasn't supposed to have. That's where the irony kicks in. Here she was, delivering heartfelt words about immigration in the very building that played a role in her husband's classified document scandal. If that doesn't have reality show levels of scripted drama, what does? Critics have described Melania as looking like a reluctant player on Trump's chessboard, and it's easy to see why. Her role often seems more about creating a photo op than offering genuine engagement. Trevor Noah couldn't resist poking fun at this during The Daily Show. He joked her speech felt like something straight out of a reality show, where every word and move is less about meaning and more about maintaining the facade. Melania is like a placeholder president, he quipped, only here to make it seem like someone's in charge. While this event aimed to celebrate diversity, it left people wondering if it was more about distraction. Just like the hand swat, this moment wasn't just awkward, it exposed how tightly scripted, yet chaotic, the Trump marriage really is. Viral moments like Melania's infamous hand swat or her uncomfortable naturalization event speeches aren't just gossipy clips. They're like accidental confessionals from a marriage that often feels as rehearsed as reality TV. Whether it's brushing off Trump's touch or delivering oddly timed speeches, these glimpses show cracks in an image carefully crafted for public scrutiny. Trevor Noah nailed it when he labeled their interactions as software failures, because honestly, isn't that what they look like? So what's next for this unusual power couple? Let us know your take in the comments and stick around. This saga is far from over.